embarrassing that they're allowing games to take place on those types of pitches.
We had a lot of people messaging us about the state of that pitch for Real Madrid versus Arsenal. We'd had it the week before with the League Cup final.
This was like, if you can imagine it, 10 times worse.
The quick succession has just made it like even more apparent.
As the game went on, the pitch became more and more brown. Yeah. It was actually insane.
It was the fact that you were having Real Madrid players. I mean, it was a bold choice of them to look at that pitch and think, yeah, we'll stick to the all-white kit. They were like sodden, and it was like, it was awful. But it's not just bad because it stopped everybody playing the game that they wanted to. Because
it's dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
So dangerous.
There was a moment where I think it was, I can't remember if it was the first or second half, where Caicedo is in the box and clean tackle, wasn't a pen at all. I think it might have been Emily Fox. But then the way her foot goes out from underneath her because it's slippy, and like I saw her knee twist and I was like, oh my God, that's
so easy to lose
And then
control.
Melanie Leupolz has actually torn a ligament from a non-contact injury because her studs got caught in the mud and her leg just twists. Like, that is the classic ACL.
Yeah, and she's only just back from a knee injury as well, isn't she?
It's absolutely awful. Also, I just think it's so disgusting from a club that was kind of boasting in January about being the first club to earn over $1 billion in profit, to have your women's team playing on a pitch like that when your men's state-of-the-art stadium is sitting empty on a men's international break. It's actually beggars belief.
I hear what the owner said as well of Real Madrid.
What did he say?
Said, well, the women can play at the Bernabeu when they win their first league title.
Yeah, he said that to the Real Madrid Players Union women when they asked him. But it's also like, well, how about you start funding the women's team like Barca are funded?
They don't give a shit about the women's team. I don't believe Florentino or like the top level at Real give a They were complaining about how much La Liga and the clubs have to give to the women's team. Yeah. There should be a minimum standard of pitches, because that it's not about it being muddy, it's about it being dangerous. And people were trying to use it on Twitter as a gotcha for Arsenal, like, oh, well, Real were playing on that pitch too. Yeah, and a Real Madrid player got injured.
Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't have to. Like, watching Melanie Leupolz walk off like that, knowing that she is like such a stoic person, and she was in sobbing. It was awful. It was horrible to see.
And it's like, that is a kind of pitch that we play on at grassroots level.
Exactly. And complain about.
And complain about because it's not safe. And we've had players who get injured on pitches like that. So at professional standards,
I think it's embarrassing for UEFA that they're trying to be like, this is our top women's club competition. It's embarrassing that they're allowing games to take place on those types of pitches.
It's crazy that they have all these restrictions on on the stadiums, where it's like the lights and the broadcasting and the camera positions, and then the regulations don't stretch as far as the quality of the pitch.
Yeah. This feels like the most concerted sort of outcry against it as well, because I feel like in the past when there's been games played on bad pitches, they've either not been like as high profile, like in the later stages of a big club competition, or it's been mainly people who watch women's football week in, week out, who have been like, this is shit, but no one's really paying attention. Whereas this was like, I think a lot of people tuning in because it was Arsenal, who maybe wouldn't normally, because the men were on an international break, maybe more of an audience than it usually does. And people like Ian Wright, who always talks the women's game, called it a fucking disgrace, which it was. I wonder if there will be like, not that I think Real will care, but I wonder if people at UEFA will start to be like, okay, we need to be mandating something.
Exactly. I genuinely think the fact that a player got injured simply because of how awful the pitch was should immediately make them think, okay, something has got to change here.